Hello and welcome to our IPL preview of the double-header day. Mumbai versus Delhi, Punjab versus Bangalore. Full panel, Devashish Sen, Prantik Mazumdar, Abhijit Deshmukh from the stadium. And of course, Priya will join me soon. But before I go to the IPL, folks, I've got to say it's a very sad day for Indian cricket. Very sad day for Indian cricket. The Indian women's team just bowed out of the World Cup in the most heartbreaking of fashion, quarter inch perhaps, and that's why we keep saying you need a bit of luck in sport. A quarter inch of Deepti Sharma's foot. Think about Deepti Sharma, the last World Cup. She was a young kid, and then she got out against England, and now this. How much will that impact her? More importantly, Mithali Raj and Jhulan Goswami playing their last World Cup match. Two of the greatest, if not the greatest, to have played the sport. The sport is poorer. They are true devotees of the temple called cricket. So the first few minutes, let me take quick comments from all my fellow panelists. Just as a mark of respect to Mithali Raj and Jhulan Goswami, we have been privileged, and it's been an absolute pleasure to have seen these two perform. They are a habit. They are like a culture habit as far as Indian women's sport. Prantik Mazumdar, I'll come to you. Mithali Raj and Jhulan Goswami for you.
No, Boria, absolutely glad that you started the show. Whilst we'll talk about IPL and all the razzmatazz, I think all of us probably the last few hours just were glued to the screen. I think just to realize the fact, to see Jhulan Goswami not on the field and to sit there biting nails, in the stadium, in the pavilion, that's a rare sight. 34, 35 odd games later. I mean, that's unbelievable that, that's the sort of career she's had. Unfortunate with the strain, with the injury that she's kind of having. But I think the loss, the pain of the loss would be far worse. And Mithali, again, she played a very crucial knock. But like you said, luck. I mean, I don't know. I'm still a bit non-convinced about that whole no ball, because we haven't seen, where the point of delivery was. Of course, India should have scored more than the 50 odd runs they did in the last 10 overs. Definitely, I think 290 to 300 was possible. I think, what a fabulous innings of Shefali, of Smriti, of Harmanpreet at the end, and, Mithali as well. 285, 290 could have made a difference. So I think this is a classic example of, could have, would have, should have. But the last 10 overs of both innings, that hurts. And to see India bow out in this fashion doesn't feel good.
Rimaji, you've played with both. The sport, I've tweeted also. आज क्रिकेट इज पुअरर. ऐसे दो डेवटी टेंपल में नहीं रहेंगे पूजा देने के लिए टू द स्पोर्ट कॉल्ड क्रिकेट. द स्पोर्ट इज पुअरर. बिफोर आई गो टू अभिजीत देशमुख, रीमा मल्होत्रा, मिताली राज एंड झूलन गोस्वामी.
देखिए, वो पिलर्स रहे हैं. उन्होंने बहुत समय तक भारतीय क्रिकेट को कैरी किया है, विश्व रिकॉर्ड बनाए हैं कई ऐसे, और कई यंगस्टर्स उनके साथ तैयार भी हुए हैं. मैंने अपना डेब्यू मिताली राज के अंदर शुरू किया था. 2009 का जो वर्ल्ड कप था वो मैंने झूलन के अंडर खेला था. उसके बाद जो मेरा करियर जो मैंने ख़त्म किया 2013 का वर्ल्ड कप, वो भी मिताली के साथ ही किया था, उनके अंडर किया था. तो कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा हार्ट ब्रेकिंग है. आज की जो हार थी वो थोड़ा लेने में मुश्किल है, डाइजेस्ट होने में टाइम लगेगा, लेकिन इससे बेटर फेयरवेल वो डिजर्व करते थे. अगर इनका आखिरी विश्व कप है तो मुझे लगता है कि शायद वो विनिंग नोट पे ख़त्म होता तो बेहतर होता. थोड़ा टीम एफर्ट और होता, कलेक्टिव एफर्ट होता, या इफ्स एंड बट्स जैसे कि प्रांतिक ने कहा है, इफ्स एंड बट्स की गेम रह जाती है. तो लेकिन हैट्स ऑफ टू मिताली राज एंड झूलन गोस्वामी. इतना लंबा कैरियर, इंजरी भी उनके आई थी लेकिन उसके बावजूद उसको पार लगाया, और कितने हेड स्ट्रॉन्ग है. बहुत कुछ अभी भी उनको गेम को देने को वापस है ऑफ द फील्ड से, लेकिन विश करूंगी उनको गुड लक. ये हार्ड डाइजेस्ट करने में टाइम लगेगा, लेकिन बहुत कुछ सीखने को है.
एकदम सही बात है. अभिजीत देशमुख, बिफोर आई गो टू देवाशीष सेन.
Yeah, it's very heartbreaking. The women have played really well in the last World Cup and expecting to perform this very well in this World Cup. But unfortunately, today's loss is hard to digest. But I think what a career for Mithali Raj and Jhulan Goswami. I mean, if today you ask any bacha on the street ki women's cricket ke bare mein, they say ki Mithali Raj is the Sachin Tendulkar of women's cricket. So that's how Mithali Raj has impacted on the women's cricket across India.
Devashish?
I think, Boria, for me, I would say that Jhulan not playing the game did make a difference, because the experience he has in the side, and also it was very heartbreaking when I first saw that she was missing the match due to a side strain. and there were some clippings of Jhulan bowling at the nets, some fitness tests she gone through. So it was heartbreaking because the manner she went ahead throughout her career. That speaks volumes of her longevity. Both Mithali and Jhulan, they are pillars of Indian cricket. So it will take big shoes to fill in Indian cricket. And see, last time the Indian team they played the finals, and this time also they came so close to qualifying for the semi-finals. And you never know in a semi-final match. But then that would have been a very tough match because they would have definitely made Australia. But having said that, uh, I might sound a bit harsh, Boriada, but let me be very frank. See, you got to win a big tournament. You have need to win against the Sena countries. India lost to Australia, India lost to England, and India now lost to South Africa. So obviously there are a lot many positives to take out from this. The likes of Safali Varma, the Rajeshwari Gaikwads, the Harmans, and some Sritis are there. They are going to take the baton for a long time way ahead for Indian cricket. But then there and obviously Meghna Singh and but then I still feel it's a bit let down for Chulan and Mithali. The service they have given for Indian cricket, Indian women's cricket, flying the tricolor high to all across the world.
Yeah, I'll finish off on behalf of all of us, and I'll include. Okay, Rimaji, I'll come to you. Yeah.
Mute.
You're on mute, Rimaji. You're on mute. You're on mute. Can't hear you.
Am I audible now?
Yeah. Go on.
मैं दूसरी चीज़ की बात पे एक पॉइंट ऐड करना चाहूँगी कि साइड स्क्रीन के कारण आज झूलन गोस्वामी बाहर रही। इसलिए कहीं न कहीं आपको ना कई डिसीज़न ड्यूरिंग द टूर्नामेंट लेने पड़ते हैं कि क्या बांग्लादेश के अगेंस्ट झूलन का खेलना इम्पोर्टेंट था? क्या वर्कलोड मैनेजमेंट किया जा सकता था? क्योंकि बांग्लादेश की बॉलिंग ज़रूर अच्छी है, वो एक ऐसी साइड है जो अगले विश्व कप में मुझे लगता है कि कई अच्छी साइड्स को बीट भी करेगी। लेकिन बैटिंग साइड उनकी है नहीं इतनी अच्छी, अभी तक टेस्ट भी हुई है, उतनी बार वो फेल हुआ है, तो वहाँ पे एक एक डिसीज़न लिया जा सकता था कि हमें झूलन गोस्वामी साउथ अफ्रीका के साथ चाहिए ही चाहिए क्योंकि वो डू और डाई मुकाबला होने वाला है नो मैटर व्हाट। तो शायद वो एक जगह थी जहाँ पे अगर आप फिर हम इफ्स एंड बट्स में आते हैं, लेकिन ये जो डिसीजन है ना, कुछ क्रूशियल डिसीजन वो ड्यूरिंग द टूर्नामेंट लेने चाहिए थे।
सही बात है। आई मीन ये इफ्स एंड बट्स काउंटर हिस्ट्री बहुत डेंजरस चीज होता है। एंड वो दैट क्वार्टर इंच ऑफ दीप्ति शर्मा, दैट ड्रॉप्ड कैच ऑफ स्मृति मानधना ऑफ मिनियन लुप्रिया। आई मीन एक के बाद एक हम बोल सकते हैं, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली the truth is ये digest actually होने में बहुत समय लग जाएगा। On behalf of each one of us, of every Indian cricket fan, our head of production Trisha Ghoshal, I have to mention her separately here. On behalf of every one of us, been a privilege and pleasure to have watched Mithali Raj and Jhulan Goswami. A deep thank you, because the sport is poorer. My wish is Mithali Raj should just play that women's T20 for this year and let her play the last time on Indian soil. This World Cup, yes, international cricket has come to an end, but she should just play that women's World T20 so that we can see her for one final time. So for Jhulan Goswami, hopefully they will consider that. Let's move track to the two games. Delhi versus Mumbai, and of course Delhi Capitals has won the toss, elected to field, and the second game Punjab versus Bangalore. Let's start with Delhi Mumbai. Abhijit Deshmukh, you're right there. What a cracker yesterday. First comments from you, Delhi versus Mumbai, and then I will toss to the videos that you've sent. Abhijit Deshmukh, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, the buzz is set all here, and it's a complete blue ocean. The Mumbai fans are back here in the stadium after 2 years, and it's like a Diwali for them. Mumbai and cricket, and no need to tell what's the connection they have. Extremely happy fans. I've met some fans who have came all the way from India, some from the small cities of Maharashtra, and they're just here to see Mumbai Indians and especially Rohit Sharma. I think it's going to be a very interesting game because both of the Chinese, of course, had new faces. But although Mumbai is a favorite here due to the local conditions, but I think Delhi Capital is also a very good side. Don't forget, like yesterday, they also have two Mumbaikars in the which is Shardul Thakur and Prithvi Shaw.
Okay, let me just give you the teams before I go to Prantik and Devashish and of course Rimaji. So it's Prithvi Shaw, Tim Seifert, Mandeep Singh, Rishabh Pant, Rohman Paul, Lalit Yadav, Akshar Patel, Shardul Thakur, Kamlesh Nagarkoti, Kuldeep Yadav and Khalil Ahmed. That's the Delhi side. Mumbai, Ishan Kishan, Rohit Sharma, Tilak Verma, Anmol Preet Singh, Kieran Pollard, Tim David, Daniel Sams, Murugan Ashwin, Jasprit Bumrah, Taimal Bills, and Basil Thampi. Vivaji, first thoughts. Major names missing from both sides, and that might well be the decider. I mean, David Warner not there. On the other side, Surya Kumar Yadav not there. Lots of key people missing from both these teams.
और इनिशियल स्टेजेस में होने वाला है, कई ओवरसीज प्लेयर आपके पास अवेलेबल नहीं है, तो आपको अपने कॉम्बिनेशन पे वर्क करना होगा। लेकिन यही समय है ना, मुंबई इंडियंस का स्पेशली जो इनका स्टार्टिंग जो रहता है ना, हमेशा स्लो स्टार्टर रहते हैं और हमेशा ये लेट हाफ में पिक करते हैं, तो उनके लिए एक बड़ा मौका है, क्योंकि सामने जो दिल्ली कैपिटल्स है उनके पास सिर्फ 2 ही ओवरसीज प्लेयर अवेलेबल है, तो वहाँ पे मुंबई इंडियंस फायदा उठा सकती है। लेकिन अगर ऑन पेपर आप देखेंगे ना, आज भी मैं टीम देख रही हूँ, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि ऑन पेपर थोड़ी सॉलिड लग रही है दिल्ली कैपिटल्स, तो कहीं ना कहीं बोलबाला रह सकता है दिल्ली कैपिटल्स का। कैप्टनशिप इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगी, एक तरफ है ऋषभ पंत और दूसरी तरफ है उनके इंडियन कैप्टन रोहित शर्मा, तो दोनों एक दूसरे की गेम जानते हैं, एक दूसरे की स्ट्रेंथ जानते हैं, किस तरह से अपने रिसोर्सेज को यूज करेंगे, वो बहुत अहम रहने वाला है।
रीमा जी ने कहा कि दिल्ली कैपिटल्स फेवरेट्स होंगे, अभिजीत देशमुख ने कहा इट्स अ सी ऑफ ब्लू। वो सी ऑफ ब्लू क्या ये जो एडवांटेज के बारे में बात हो रहा है वो न्यूट्रलाइज कर सकता है? देखते हैं कैसा सी ऑफ ब्लू है। एंड वेलकम प्रिया जठानी आल्सो ऑन द शो। ऑन दैट नोट, स्वप्निल, कैन वी प्लीज हैव द फैंस सेंट बाय अभिजीत देशमुख ऑन द शो प्लीज? स्वप्निल।
It's a hot sunny day in Mumbai, but it will be even more hotter when Mumbai Indians takes on Delhi Capitals at the Brabourne Stadium here at 3:30 p.m. This is going to be an interesting match because both the teams are equally balanced. But Delhi Capital have retained most of the players, so does Mumbai Indians. Mumbai, of course, is not playing at their home ground Wankhede Stadium, but Brabourne Stadium is still in Mumbai, so it's going to be a blue ocean at the Brabourne Stadium. Abhijit Deshmukh from Brabourne Stadium. So I have with me special fans of Mumbai Indian fans, Mohit and Omkar. So Mohit और ओमकार, पहला मैच है मुंबई इंडियंस का, 2 साल के बाद आप स्टेडियम आ रहे हो आईपीएल का मैच देखने, कैसा लग रहा है?
बहुत खुशी है सर, कई सालों बाद वापस से स्टेडियम खुल रहा है और हम वापस से मुंबई इंडियंस को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, तो आई होप फर्स्ट मैच और काफ़ी शानदार विन होगी मुंबई के लिए। ऑल द बेस्ट मुंबई इंडियंस।
देखिए, वानखेड़े स्टेडियम तो मुंबई इंडियंस का होम ग्राउंड माना जाता है, लेकिन क्या आपको लगता है कि हालांकि ये वानखेड़े में नहीं होने वाला है, ब्रैबर्न में होगा, मुंबई के मैचेस डीवाई पाटिल में भी होंगे, तो सेम काइंड ऑफ सपोर्ट मिलेगा?
श्योर, उतना ही रहेगा, क्योंकि फैंस कभी कम नहीं होते, उतने बढ़ते जाते हैं। मुंबई इंडियंस का ये हिस्ट्री का अब तक का इतिहास है, ये फैंस कभी कम नहीं हो रहे, बढ़ते ही जा रहे हैं उसका, तो सपोर्ट उतना ही रहेगा उसका।
अभी इस बार जो मुंबई इंडियंस की टीम है उसमें काफ़ी सारे चेंजेस हुए आईपीएल ऑक्शन के बारे में, आप तो उसका आपके बारे में क्या लगता है, इस बार कितना अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस रहेगा?
सब नए फेस है अभी इस टाइम पे, ये सीज़न में, तो उम्मीद तो उतनी ही रहेगी कि आज इस साल भी मुंबई इंडियंस फाइनल जीत जाए।
मुंबई 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 मुंबई, दिल से मुंबई इंडियंस।
And you can see the Delhi Capitals team has arrived at the Brabourne Stadium. Due to severe COVID protocols, the entire stadium has been transferred into a huge security has been deployed at all the stadiums. So I have with me special fans of Mumbai Indians. आप बताएंगे आप कहाँ से आए हैं?
मैं अमरावती से आया हूँ।
मैं नांदेड़ से आया हूँ।
मैं जलगांव से आया हूँ।
मैं पुणे से।
So you can see these guys have come all the way from Maharashtra to see their idol Rohit Sharma in action today. तो आज का मैच मुंबई जीतेगा?
Yes! मुंबई 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 मुंबई।
So I have this wonderful and colorful fans of Mumbai Indians. Guys, आपके अब पांचों ने ये मलिंगा हेयर स्टाइल किया है, मलिंगा तो अभी मुंबई इंडियंस में नहीं है,
और हम उसके बड़े फैन है, पहले से उनको खेला है ना मुंबई के लिए यार, बहुत सपोर्ट दिया, कंट्रीब्यूशन है बंदे का, इसलिए शॉर्ट आउट है उसके लिए, बिग फैन। रोहित शर्मा के लिए खास, स्पेशली सब रोहित के लिए आए।
ये देखो रोहित।
So you can see here lots of Rohit Sharma and Malinga fans. Malinga has moved out of Mumbai, but they still love him.
color. Outstanding visuals there from Abhijit Deshmukh. Beautiful. So Priya, is it butter chicken from Moti Mahal or vada pav?
तो लाइक आई वाज सेइंग येस्टरडे, कल तो मैं बोल रही थी कॉम्पिटिटिव होगा, आज मुझे लग रहा है बड़ी वन साइडेड होने वाली है. I know Rima was saying that it might be a Delhi Capitals game, but I feel otherwise. I think it's going to be a Mumbai game. Not because I'm a huge fan of Mumbai Indians or something, but I really feel Delhi is low on their strength today because a lot of big players are not part of them anymore right now. At least David Warner, जैसा आपने भी बोला, वो नहीं है. मुस्तफिजुर रहमान नहीं है. But of course, everything will depend on Rishabh Pant, the captain. We will have Prithvi Shaw. We have Lalit Yadav, who could be coming in. Bowling side भी है उनकी. शार्दुल ठाकुर है, चेतन सकारिया, कमलेश नागरकोटी coming back after a surgery could make a huge difference. We have to see and find out. But I feel Mumbai
So
Indians.
Priya says Mumbai. That's what you are saying. You are saying Mumbai.
I feel Mumbai Indians much stronger. Rohit Sharma inconsistent है एक year. Lad है, all rounder है वो. We have we have Anmolpreet Singh, और उनको chance मिलेगा थोड़ा prove करने का अपने को. Tilak Verma on the field. Let's see what we see from them. But I feel it's a scoring pitch, and I think we could expect a high score today.
That's a good point. Devashish, day game, high scoring game.
Korea, yes, definitely, but that was not the case last night. But I would definitely go with Mumbai Indians due to the sheer fact that they would be having all their foreigners. Because the Delhi Capitals have 5 of their foreigners not available, and that is a huge blow. But then I would be more interested to see the likes of Team David, because that was someone I could see the smile on.
I'll stop you there. You got to go to the man next to you. Prantik Basanta, take it from there. You played with Team David. You know him well from Singapore. Take it on.
Absolutely. Thank you, Devashish. Absolutely. I mean, if the two things I'm looking forward to today is Tim David. I mean, he is been absolutely, a on song wherever he's played. अगर वो PSL में आप देख लो, catching देख लो, batting देख लो, Australia में देख लो, Big Bash में, या West Indies. I think, in Singapore, I've had the good privilege of playing a game and obviously watching and following. I think he's speaking at the right time. So I think really good to see. I want to see how he plays in the middle along with Pollard. I think he will make a huge contribution all round. He is one of those guys who is an impact player. So Tim David is one thing. I'm also in favor of what Priya and Devashish are saying. I think ek to Delhi ke paas, they'll come. I mean, when Mitch Marsh and Warners come, they'll have an impact. But with Rohit, Surya, with Tim David, I mean, the strength is massive. And batting first, I think we will see. My gut feeling is we'll see what we didn't see or what we wanted to see yesterday is a good, at least first inning score on a day game. Okay. Only thing, as a Mumbai fan, only thing I'm a bit worried about is a lack of spinning options in the Mumbai side. That's a little bit of a gap for me.
Abhijit?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with Pratik's point that Mumbai Indians is actually lagging at the quality spin bowling, and you see that their batting and bowling strength, they're fantastic. But I think both the sides are equally balanced. But I'm in favor of Delhi Capitals this time because giving past the record of Mumbai Indians, they have been initially slow starters, and as the IPL moves on, they pick up their gear and then they qualify for the playoffs.
This is looking nice now. Rima Malhotra, Delhi. Abhijit Deshmukh, Delhi.
Thank you, Abhijit.
Prantik Mazumdar, Mumbai.
मैं सोच रही थी कि किसी को शो में ऐसा लाना पड़ेगा जो मेरे को बैक करे.
हाँ, मैं वही सोच रहा था. अभी तो एकदम even out कर चुका है. Rima ji, before I go to Priya again, Rishabh Pant versus Rohit Sharma. Clearly the future of India, the current India. I mean, obviously future Rishabh Pant है. उनको groom भी करते हैं रोहित शर्मा in the test team, in the ODI team, in the T20 team. आज the two people clash against each other. Rima ji.
एब्सोल्युटली आज जो कॉन्टेस्ट होने वाला है वो रॉक स्टार वाला होने वाला है, क्योंकि ऋषभ पंत को जानते हैं रोहित शर्मा कि ये एक हाथ से छक्का मारते हैं, 2 हाथ से आउट होते हैं, तो उनको खुद ही नहीं पता वो क्या करेंगे. लेकिन वो एक्स फैक्टर हैं, अपने आप को फ्री बर्ड की तरह उड़ाएंगे. और मुझे लगता है कि दिल्ली कैपिटल्स को आगे ले जाने में इनका बहुत अहम योगदान रहा था पिछले साल भी और आज भी. देखिए, ओवरसीज प्लेयर नहीं है, 2 ओवरसीज प्लेयर है, वो भी बैटर हैं, बॉलर कोई नहीं है, लेकिन आप इंडियन कंडीशंस में खेल रहे हैं ना, क्या चाहिए. सीसीआई में मैंने वर्ल्ड कप खेला था, एब्सोल्युटली बैटिंग पैराडाइज विकेट है वो, मुझे लगता है अभी भी होनी चाहिए वैसी. तो हाई स्कोरिंग गेम हम देख सकते हैं, लेकिन अभी मैं कहूंगी दिल्ली कैपिटल्स. बटर चिकन.
Priya, you did not answer my question. You said you went into analyzing, which is fine. Vada pav or butter chicken? What is the staple for dinner tonight?
Vada pav
You get
possible.
good vada pav in Dubai.
Please
I'm
eat
told
butter
you
chicken.
get good
I've
food
eaten
in.
good vada pav in Dubai also.
Fantastic. So Priya, your favorite. Let's set it up. I mean, Priya, Rimaji answered the Rohit Sharma versus Rishabh question. Jasprit Bumrah versus Prithvi Shaw. Priya.
Yeah, Bumrah of course. मतलब कोई doubt ही नहीं है.
Okay.
I would stand by him.
Devashish, Jasprit Bumrah versus Prithvi Shaw.
I would rate that Bumrah will win the contest hands down. He's too
No
good a
one's
bowler.
giving Prithvi Shaw any numbers. Prantik?
In that specific context, I'm actually going with Prithvi Shaw. He has a lot to prove. He has had some good comebacks, and I mean, Bumrah clearly a 10th season with Mumbai. It's obviously a phenomenal story. I'm in fact looking for Prithvi Shaw that contest and also Pant and Bumrah, because there's a particular game in Wankhede where Pant took him for 18. Of course, overall Pant stats don't stand a chance against Bumrah. I think he probably averages less than 7. But that's that X factor that Rimaji talks about. I just want to see that mirchi. Vada pav with some mirchi.
Abhijit Deshmukh, Rohit Sharma versus Shardul Thakur.
Oh, that's a very tricky question for me. I think both are equal. Shardul is a Mumbaikar, Rahul, Rohit Mumbaikar. So it's quite tough. Both knows what's their weakness and strength. So I think let's keep it equal. But as I said, a slight favorite today towards DC. Yesterday I said about the KKR, which went well. So let's see.
Okay, let's shift focus to the next game. Let me also tell you that we've put out a Mohammad Siraj exclusive, and we also put out two major exclusives today. You can take a look. Mayank Agarwal and Mohammad Siraj. As we shift our focus to the next game, Punjab versus Bangalore. Priya, to you first. What are you expecting from the king, Virat Kohli? Your thoughts?
Oh my God, this is a tough one. I am a huge Virat fan, but मुझे लग रहा है आज पंजाब stronger होने वाली है.
Wow. Abhijit Deshmukh, you've got to go in. So, for your final thoughts on Punjab versus Bangalore before I let you go.
I think it's going to be Bangalore because they got a really strong team. I think they've made a good decision of making Faf as the captain. You have Virat and Glenn Maxwell, and rest of the side is also good. Punjab, I think
No Maxwell, because he's still not available. So that might just even up the contest. But Abhijit,
Yeah.
I'll let you go. You've got to go in, take your seats, keep sending those videos. They're absolutely magical. Keep sending them more. Thank you very much for joining, and look forward to having you back at
Thank you.
night at 11 p.m. when we analyze both games. Rimaji, your thoughts? Faf du Plessis versus Mayank Agarwal?
I'll go with आरसीबी, क्योंकि फैफ के पास वो एक्सपीरियंस है, वो सीएसके के साथ खेल के आए हैं. काफ़ी कुछ आप सीखते हो जब आप धोनी के अंडर खेलते हो, ना केवल मैच जीतना बल्कि मैच बनाना में वो कामनेस लेके आना. सो आरसीबी के जो ड्रेसिंग रूम है ना, उसमें वो कामनेस लेके आएंगे और उनका साथ देंगे विराट कोहली द बैटर. तो उनको मैं ज़्यादा देखना चाहूँगी. तो मेरी आज की फेवरेट्स रहेंगी आरसीबी.
Okay, RCB versus Punjab. Devashish said, is it about Mohammad Siraj and that exploiting the conditions against Mayank Agarwal and Shikhar Dhawan? Is it the Punjab top order versus somebody like a Mohammad Siraj?
Absolutely, and the way Virat Kohli has backed Mohammad Siraj, because in an interview given to you, he has clearly mentioned that the way Virat has supported Mohammad Siraj emerged as the bowler that we are witnessing now. It's ever since 2018, when he had a dull, when he was not performing well, the way Virat backed him, and now the bowler Siraj has emerged into one of the spearheads of India and as well as RCB. I think Siraj has proven that, and now it's time to take over, because
Okay.
RCB to do well, to win the competition, I think Siraj has a big role to play.
Last 2 minutes on the show. Prantik Mazumdar, before I go to Priya and Rima to close out. Virat Kohli, many are saying 2016 season will be back. Your thoughts?
Really hope so. We saw that with Dhoni. The moment captaincy is out, it's a very different Dhoni. I would love to see individual great performances from Siraj and Kohli, but something tells me as a team, I've been quite impressed with the way Punjab has gone about building their unit at the auction. And I really am keen to see how does Mayank captain. I think with Mayank, Shikhar and the way they've built the side, we'll see who plays. I'm backing Punjab to win this game, but would love to see Kohli and Siraj and Faf perform really well.
Priya, you think Virat, without the captaincy, will sort of stand up for his fans,
I think
including
so too.
yourself?
I'm with Prantik on this because I think without the pressure of captaincy, I think he's going to be in a better form and focus more on his batting. But again, I think Punjab will be stronger because we have Mr. Reliable Shikhar Dhawan, we have Mayank Agarwal, and I think they will turn out stronger today.
I like the we. I like the we.
We.
I really like the we. The we about Punjab. Rima ji, closing comments.
सी मैं तो बैक करूंगी विराट कोहली को। जिस तरह से डेफिनेटली वो एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी उनको अब नहीं है। अब विराट कोहली द बेटर खुल के खेल सकते हैं और 2016 का वो सीज़न है 1000 से ऊपर रन्स में चाहूँगी वो देखना, और साथ में फैफ की कैप्टनसी। ये जो मिलजुल के खेलेंगे ना, वो एक अलग यूनिट नज़र आएगी, और वो कामनेस मैं देखना चाहती थी स्पेशली आरसीबी के गेम में, क्योंकि वो एग्रेशन तो डेफिनेटली है, वो कभी हटेगा नहीं। कामनेस साथ में आ जाएगी तो वो मिक्सर कैसे लेके जाएगा आगे, उस पर मैं देखना चाहूँगी।
यार मैं सोचा था रीमा मल्होत्रा एज अ फ्रेंड, फिर दोबारा उन्होंने मिलजुल बोल के मुझे याद दिला दिया। I have to end the show.
I haven't slept yesterday.
Yeah,
पूरा सुबह से मैच करके मैं अभी तक बाहर नहीं आ पाई, तो मिलजुल तो मेरे जुबान में रहेगा।
मैं भी प्री शो किया, आप और मैं एक साथ ट्वीट कर रहे थे मॉर्निंग 5:30 बजे से, बट again it is difficult to digest the fact that Miljul will no longer be playing for India. On that note, we will have all of our panelists back. Devashish Sen, Prantik Mazumdar, Rima Malhotra, Priya Jethani back with myself at 11 p.m. or 11:15 p.m. depending on when the second match ends. We will analyze both games here on Red Sports. So please come back. Thanks very much for watching. And again, for God's sake, if you are watching this, celebrate IPL, but also celebrate two grand careers, Mithali Raj and Jhulan Goswami, because they have been to the sport and made the sport. Today, you have a Rima Malhotra as an icon. You know what? Thousands and millions and lakhs of girls in India have taken to the sport because of these two ladies. That's impact. That is legacy. That is what you call transforming a sport by what you've done. The cricket economy today, the fact that WIPL will happen, owes a lot to these performers because they've laid the foundation. They are very dear friends, both family to me, so I will miss them. Having said that, thank you very, very much for watching. 2.5 minutes to have your fantasy teams done. Back at 11 p.m. Thank you very much to all my
Thank you.
Thank you.